Hi everyone, Berno here, and I'm doing the fourth thought for the week with you this week. And thank you very much, James, for doing the very first week of January with us. It's been really great to hear what he had to say about the new things in the Bible, or where the Bible mentions new things, or the word new comes in the Bible. Go and look at James, and then you'll know what I mean. Sometimes I'm very bad at explaining these things. Anyway, so this week, this past few weeks, I've been thinking about deeper questions, really. I've been talking to my family about how the Old Testament fits in with us as Christians, particularly the Old Testament law. And then I started reading this book, Old Testament Ethics, which is, if you're not interested in it, quite boring. But it was really interesting, actually, because suddenly it made me realise, like right in the introduction, as I was kind of thinking about the meaning of life and pondering some deep questions, and those questions change over time, don't they? I think as we progress in life, as we think these things through, our answers change, and that's great. I think we develop new ways of seeing things, and our experiences open things up to us. And one of the things I realised, particularly over the past year, is how disconnected we can feel from people, because we've not seen them for a long time, from church, and from God. We can feel really disconnected from God because, where is God in all of this? All these things that are happening, and for some of us, we've been really blessed as a family, but I know for some of our friends and family, they've been through really, really tough times, and as they go through that, they feel completely and utterly disconnected from people who they thought they loved and trusted, from God. And it made me think, isn't the purpose in life to be connected? Isn't that what we are made for? And so that's what this week is all about. It's all about connection. And it's also come through with parenting, really, as Lucy and I, as we discuss how do we discipline the children? How do we get them to do the things we want to do them, like brushing their teeth or brushing their hair, getting ready for bed? And really it comes down to our connection with them. And it made me think of me as God's child. What is my connection with God like? And also I realized, generally in church, when we talk about our connection or our relationship with God, we tend to focus on very much our relationship with God, and with people around us in that. But sometimes we actually completely forget our connection with the land, with the world around us. And this is where this book really helped me to remember that and realize that actually we have a connection with creation, but in our modern day we can feel so disconnected from that as well, because all our food, we go to the shop and it's packaged up for us. Our fruit and our veg and everything's packaged and it's just there ready to get. And so unless you're farming, we lose connection with the land. And then there's all these environmentalists and things. And so this week, really, I want us to think, and I want you to think, how is your connection with God at the moment? And based on how you answer that, what you think is hindering it, or how are you building that? How is it getting better and better? So, because we're all in different places. And then our connection with humanity, really, with everyone around us. How is your connection with your friends, with your family, and even with the people that you don't know? How is that connection? Especially people who have not been very nice to us. How is that connection? How are we building those connections? How are we working on those connections? How we connect with each other? And then finally, our connection with the land, with the land around us. How connected do you feel? I think because I'm not a farmer or anything, I don't necessarily feel very connected. And so we're going to explore that. And so that's the aim of this week. And so I want to read really from Ecclesiastes 4 verses 9 to 12. And this talks about human connection. It says, "Two are better than one, because they have good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. But pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. Also, if two lie down together, they'll keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. So let's pray. Lord, as we go into this new year and as we think about our connection, how connected we feel to you, towards you, how connected we feel towards the people around us, particularly in a time where we can't see each other, we can't meet as easily as we used to, Lord. And finally, Lord, help us to understand how, even though we might not work the land much, or how we are involved with the land and with the world around us, help us to understand how connected we are, but also how we can be more connected with this world that you've given us. Amen. Great. See you in the next video.